over on the red side in this one, we have Alexander and Serega, who are still Balalaika. And over on the blue side, we have Razman and Nandemann, who are Nandemann. And this is Chosin Reservoir, the first time we've seen this map played in the tournament. And this is the third game of a best of 5 in the final. So, are you ready, Val?
I am definitely ready for this one. I do love this map.
So 3, 2, 1, go. So take us through the decks.
Well, what a surprise. Razman with Commonwealth and Nande with NATO motorized. I don't think anyone will be surprised at that one. And Serega going with the USSR armed, and M. Alexander going with the Eastern Bloc mechanized. I do kind of like Serega and M. Alexander's approach here because Nande and Razman have always used the same decks, but Serega, and well, specifically M. Alexander, he's always tailored his decks towards the map. So if there's a bit more of a kind of city fighting map like we have here, like in the bottom side, and some elements in the middle area as well, in the mountains, he has a lot of infantry in this Eastern Bloc mechanized deck that he can spam out very effectively.
Yeah, so I think you're definitely right there. Alexander has been the one who has basically been more flexible, and Serega's sort of like the Rock. He's the guy who comes along with all the heavy tanks, like, hey, what up? You can't deal with this. And then M. Alexander is just like, hey, I'm bringing Moat Shootson now, and you're doomed. So it's worked out pretty well. It works out well in the last game for sure, because on Gunboat, they did bring in a lot of Moat Shootson at the bottom. Serega just kept throwing tanks at the top side, and things worked out in the end. But on this one, do you think they're going to get away with that again?
I'm honestly not sure, because yes, they are super valuable. Cost effective, I mean they're valuable as well. I'm sure very valuable for them. But at the same time, Nande is going to get into the town areas quicker, and especially in the middle of the map, that is vitally important. Up in the top side as well. If you can take Bravo with a fast motorized push, which is very doable, especially if you have a look where his Fukushima lands are, you can actually send them straight across the river there because they're amphibious. Catch this road and go straight to the forest in Bravo at the top very quickly. Just a little slower than the red side will. So there's a big potential to really make an impact by crossing these rivers in the correct way with amphibious units. That's another reason I really like this map, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of amphibious opportunities. I think like the main contention though on this map, we're going to see a fight between India and Hotel that normally have like fighting between the two towns that sort of connect in the mountain pass there. Then in the middle, of course, you do normally have some like long range or longer range tank engagements, maybe some units moving into the buildings there, but we do have a ping from Serega saying that Alex often crashes on this map, which is an interesting one.
I hope that's not the case.
But I mean, we don't see too many heavy forces at Alpha just yet. We do see a Challenger 1 Mark III at Gulf. Over on the red side, we do see a BU and 2 TATBs from Serega. Of course, he's going to be bringing in the heavy tanks. And up on this top side at Charlie, we are going to see some BMP2s. We've got the BMP1, SP1s, of course, with the Moat Shootson, Sapel there, and a couple of Flat MGs, and a couple of Urals as well. So things could be getting interesting. And it seems like the deployment is taking a little while, but we haven't, like I say, we haven't seen this map. So both teams are open to surprises, I would say, because it's not a common map to be played at all.
Well, I think we might be in for a surprise ourselves, because if Alexander does actually crash on this map, I just want to make everyone aware of the rules regarding that. If a player DCs after contact has been made, so after units from both sides have seen each other on the map, it's up to the team who doesn't have a DC to say whether they're okay with a remake or not, just to let everyone know. I mean, if he does actually crash on this map, he should have probably said, and we could probably make accommodations for that. But I mean, obviously, I hope that's not how this map goes when we do get a full game in. But
Yeah.
either way,
Well,
just thought I'd let everyone know that one.
Well, the thing is, I doubt Nandemann would allow for a remake purely for the fact that they are 2-0 down in a best of 5.
That's true, yeah.
So
you take everything you get in this
a
situation,
win,
don't you? Yeah,
where you could get it. And I mean, it's not against the rules to say, hey, no. I mean, we've already fought. And on this map, I mean, it's going to be a pretty short amount of time until units actually start firing upon each other. And this THS MI24D is going to bump into this Lynx AH7 and probably shoot it down with its Yak B cannon. And if it can, then that will be a squad lost. Up there, the Gazelle Celtic is going to be able to reply with a kill onto an Mi-24 at Foxtrot. So a couple of trades both ways. FJB 40 squad dropped in to secure the small town in the mountain pass to the right side of Bravo. And we do see Nandemann moving into Delta now. Yeah, the Lazur is a very interesting unit. I don't particularly like the MiG-21s though, because they do move too fast to be effective against both helicopters and enemy aircraft.
They do, but this is a very fast push from Nande. I mean, again, this looks to definitely be what he was looking for, but have a look back in the home sector of Alpha. That Mi-24D has just rode straight over the mountain and straight into Alpha. This could kill the CV there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to pick off this one on the road that's coming up. I mean, the rockets are going to take care of that, and the Mi-24D is going to be able to continue towards the HQ section now. But look at this attack coming across the road into Foxtrot. It got hit so hard by the Lynx AH7s, and all of those units got panicked from that attack. Those Lynx AH7s now went down, but the Challenger 1 Mark IIIs are shooting into the side of these tanks. The T-72BU is down to 4 health. Took a ammunition hit and is going to get a side shot from the Challenger 1 Mark III. So T-72BU already going down. 2 T-80Bs left there to take on this Challenger 1. And so far, they haven't hit a single shot onto that tank. The Lynx AH7s just panicking these guys so much that they've become completely ineffective. And again, another T-80B going down. Heavy tank taken out. All these Zalosnisi that are left out in the open are going to get wrecked by these Lynx AH7s that have dropped off the infantry. And so far, so good for Nandemann. They've definitely done a good job here at almost securing Foxtrot. There seems to be Alexander here unloading a command infantry on the bottom side of Foxtrot, trying to push that across. But a small contention now between India and Hotel as the troops do meet down there as well.
They do meet down there, but that Mi-24D did kill both the CVs and Alpha, so that really is a bit of a blow, because remember, they can't bring out any aircraft, because that's the only air spawn the blue team has, despite obviously having the other spawn sector at the bottom as well. But luckily for them, that's not their only spawn sector. They can bring in a CV, a Lynx AH7, straight up to Alpha, and it looks like they will avoid disaster for now. And really just well played. That Challenger 1 Mark III so well positioned in Foxtrot for those side shots.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Being able to take out all 3 of those heavy tanks is just absolutely devastating for Sarega. He invested so many points into those and he just lost them so easily. And now these like 3 Eric squads covering the Commandos 90 in that pass between India and Hotel absolutely destroyed the Mochutsun that were fighting there. And I think this Asav 25 just north of that, providing good information about what's coming up there. Challenger 2 on its way to the center. But over here at the top side near Delta, it's really up to Nandemann to hold off for as long as he can until the command vehicle comes in up here so that he can bring in reinforcements. Currently a +1 lead in terms of conquest points for Razman and Nandemann. And I think they've definitely secured themselves a great position in Foxtrot. This T-80UM is advancing on the Challenger 1 Mark III. But the Challenger 2 is going to be coming up to try and take care of that. The Challenger 1 Mark 3 will continue to reverse, and maybe this Challenger 2 can get a side shot if the reveals itself, but the Challenger 1 going to go down as it does reveal itself in line of sight. Lynx AH7 coming into Echo to drop off the command infantry there, and at Alpha, soon enough, they are going to have that back. So that will allow them to reinforce Delta, and still Balalaika still hasn't controlled or captured Bravo, but there is a star coming in with a command infantry squad. So I think this engagement between the T-80 UM and the Challenger 2 is incredibly important right now, because if he can take out that UM, that does give him a great position to bring more infantry into Foxtrot and clean out these reserve infantry and also the rest of the vehicles in the area.
There is, and they also see, you can see, I think it was Nande put a marker on that command squad over in Foxtrot. One of the things I do like about this map as well, another, I'm a big Chosin fanboy, is that they're all +2 sectors. They're all +2 sectors, so taking one of those really does mean a lot. And right now, Nande and Razman have done this fantastic push, and if they can deal with this UM like you mentioned, and also if they can keep their flanks secure from these Special Aufklärer, they can really just get a hold on this game and keep it.
Yeah,
and this is their opportunity.
A couple of TH495s pushing towards those Mochutsen that were spotted previously by the Aslav, the Avlad PC. And we do have the Commandos 90 still pushing through the pass between Hotel and India. The Eric squad's got into a really nice position in one of those buildings, able to fire down onto all of the infantry and other units in the area. Centurion AVRE got an amazing shot onto some Mochutsen and took out almost 2 squads entirely with 1 shot, which was insane. But reinforcements now coming into Delta, which is definitely going to help push back Alexander, who's putting a lot of pressure onto that sector. Hachinanashikis are going to find the Special Aufklärer, so we'll see if those can actually kill off the infantry before they become not stunned.
Not stunned. Beautiful.
Technical term there. So. But the Eurofighter are going to be challenged by a Lazur. I think the Eurofighter is going to get out in time for sure, as a Lazur actually has really short range AA weapons. But the Canadian Rifles actually ended up getting absolutely destroyed by the Mochutsen just to the left side of Echo. Some Bisons coming over to support the infantry that's pushed it all the way over to India, but that hasn't been reinforced for a while. I think there's a couple more APCs on the way maybe to head down there, but they really need infantry in the middle, I think, to support this Challenger 2 and get rid of some of this stuff in Foxtrot. The Storm HVM there, getting a nice kill onto a helicopter. Not going to be able to take out the Su-25T though.
These planes again, these anti-tank planes, have just been wreaking absolute havoc. Might lose the Stormer HVM to the BMP, but luckily it manages to pull it back just in time for the Challenger 2 to try and give a little bit of cover for it.
Yes, we do see the Stormer HVM might be able to take out this BMP 685, but not before it returns a kill. So Challenger 2 is going to have to be brought up there. Probably should have been sooner, to be honest, to save the Stormer. But it looks like, unfortunately, guys, Alexander
did DC.
Did DC. So I'm guessing, by the look of the timer, that Seriga decided to surrender the game. And that will give a victory to Nandemann, who are technically at the end of the game maintaining a +2 income lead. And
very close otherwise, to be honest.
I mean, after 8 minutes and 39 seconds, Razman and Nandemann win by default over still Balalaika. And yeah, a bit of a disappointing end to what could have been a very interesting game. It was the first time we saw that map. So yeah, it's disappointing, and it was very, very close. I mean, Razman and Nandemann were technically behind in kills to losses by 15 points. So there wasn't much in it other than the positional advantage
point lead
that Nandemann and Razman had. So yeah, that's a bit sad. There's not really too much to analyse other than the fact that those airplanes did come out again from still Balalaika, and I mean, it was just nice to see a different map played and see the sort of strategies that both teams employed. That MI-24 getting those 2 CV kills was just devastating. But then again, the Challenger 1 Mark III side-shotting almost 3 tanks was also pretty devastating and very fun to watch. So, yeah, that is about it for that game.